Good morning, everybody. Wee Paddy from across the Shuck, and a different sort of a video this morning. If you watch my show on Sunday night, I got myself the new Worksharp Precision Adjust Sharpener. That's it. And I was going to put it together here and give it a go and do a video of me sharpening a knife. But I thought I'll do this quick video of how to put it together. Now, I've never used it. I've just taken it out of the box. There's the bits all sitting there. I'll go through them in a minute. And I just wanted to show you how it's put together for those of you who've never seen one. So we'll put the box out of the way. It comes in a plastic tray like this with your instructions. But I'm a man, so instructions are never needed. So you get the base, you get the stand that goes on the base, which has got the adjustable system on it here. You get the clamp, which is magnetic and goes into the front of this. We'll do that in a second. And then the rod with the 3 sharpening devices, or sharpening stones, are on there, and you just literally twist that to the stone that you want is flat on the bottom. And that's it. It really is as simple as that. This is simplicity at its best. That's why I thought I'd do the video, just to take the fear away from anybody who's never used it. So this apparently just clips into here. Now, yeah. So it must go in, yeah, it goes in the back here. There we go. That's your system set up. That's basically it. This little part of the rod has a little nub at the end of it there. It's not a screw or anything, it's just a magnetic nub, and it goes into this part of it here. And there you go. It literally just clicks in like that. That's it done. So that's me ready to sharpen. On this, you've got little rings here, and that's where, when you've got your knife on, you adjust the rings by just moving them up and down. Just slides up and down, which means you can get the full length. You want the full length of this going up and down your blade, but you don't want it to go over or off the end. So it's so easy to adjust it. That's it. I mean, I'm seeing this for the first time with you. I watched a video on YouTube and I couldn't believe it could be this simple. This is your holder, and in the center of the holder here you have a little knob that you turn, and it opens these jaws. These are V jaws. There we go. And inside the V jaws, there's rubber already in there. I don't know how long that'll last, but it looks fairly good and substantial. If you can see the thickness of the rubber there. There you go. Then you just get your knife. And look, when you're sharpening anything for the first time, I've got a Rough Rider out, and that's what I'm going to sharpen to see what it's like. And to be honest, my pen knives, I like them sharpened. Now, there's a V sharpener there, you can see. So you put this in the center of your blade, so that the most of the cutting edge, whatever that angle is, try and get it in the center of it. I'm going to come back just a wee bit to give myself a bit more room. There you go. And then apparently all you do is just tighten this up like so. I can feel that starting to clamp, and I'm not going to go over tight because I want to see what it's like. That's you know, that's finger tight without having to put any extra pressure. So I believe it goes anyway. So now the other thing, on the top of this there's a little white mark. Apparently that's where you've got to keep it at to start with, so that you know which way you've turned it and which way to go back. So apparently this just, well, that's it. It's a magnet. It just goes in and sits there. Then here's my rod. So I want this to come down further to get down to the knife. I want it to come down so I can get nice long strokes, and then up. I can actually go up further again, because the one thing with this system is that you want very, very light, because this is it's not flimsy by any means. It's not flimsy. There's a fair bit of weight to it, but because your knife is just clamped in there and you don't want to jam down the pressure, the lighter you keep your pressure, Look, there's that there now. So I can go up and down. Look at that, full swipes across the edge of my knife. The lighter pressure with diamond stones, if you're a sharpener, but I'm doing this for people who are not sharpeners. With a diamond stone, the lighter the pressure, the better it works. And this is a completely dry system. You don't have to put water or oils. They tell you not to use any water or oils. A dry system. What I do use is a little toothbrush, and after I've used the 320, which is the maximum grit, give it a little wipe off, or a little brush, a paintbrush, just give it a wipe off, and it takes the filings out of it before you start on the next bit. Clean your knife, then go on to the next bit, and then you're not getting contamination between your grits. I didn't hear anybody saying that before on some of the things. Contamination between grits is just, you can scratch your knife, and what you're trying to do when you go from the 320 to the 600, you're trying to remove the striations on your metal. You're trying to take that away down to the lower grit, and then you move down to the ceramic, and it smooths it off and gives you that mirror finish. So always clean your tools in between. I think that's my little thing. But that is absolutely cracking. To adjust it, if I just bring this round, all you do is take this down to whatever your required angle, and for most pen knives about 20 degrees is perfect. So there's 20 degrees, and what I always do with any of these sharpeners is check the clearance between this part and the clamp itself, because sometimes with a pen knife you've got a shorter blade. A longer blade, you'll be out further, so it'll be up higher. Always check, because you don't want to be wearing away the metal on this clamp. So that's at 20 degrees, and I have got complete clearance. I would probably take it down, I'll probably take it down to about 18, 17 or 18. There's a little mark there. I'll take it down to that 20 degree mark on the, that's where I would want it. Have I got clearance? Yes. Clearance at the end, clearance here. So that's perfect. So I like 15, or sorry, 15, I like 17 degrees, 17, 18 degrees on a pocket knife. Now, there's gains and there's things for against. 20 degrees gives you a good edge, and it'll last, the longevity of that edge is good. Once you take it down lower, which means you get a sharper knife, but you give up a bit of that longevity in the blade and the cutting. I don't mind that. This is a pocket knife, but I love having a really sharp knife. So I tend to take my pocket knives down quite low. Yes, that completely sharp edge won't last as long, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to cut something, maybe 2 or 3 things during the day, and then I strop it at night, it's back to it. So that's my reason, and that's why I like, this is a pocket knife. This is not something I'm going to take on a building site or a work site and use heavily. It's for cutting little tiny things up. So there you go. That's my first impression. I have never had a piece of kit so easy to install, because that is it. There's nothing, I didn't do anything else. I've just taken it out of the box. That's it, installed and ready to work. So I bought this on Amazon in the UK, and it's Amazon Global. Now, I'm a Prime member, and I know that makes a difference, but they're sold out already. I must have been one of the last to get it, because the next day it was sold out. I'm sure they'll get them back in. This is going down a storm in America. So there you go. The Precision Adjust Knife Sharpener from Worksharp. I think it's fantastic. I don't have time now to sharpen this, but I'll do a sharpening on this tonight, and we'll see just how well it works. Paddy's away. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Hope it was helpful.